Thanks, Paul. First of all, I thought, as usual, you need a goaltender to make a difference in a game, and I thought we got off to a good start. Took a penalty, and then I thought Dryden McKay took over. He ends up making three big saves to keep it at zeros, and then we find a way to get a 2-0 lead. We go on the power play, hoping to extend that lead, and we give up a breakaway, and he stops it, stops the momentum from swinging from our side to Northern's, and we end up scoring to extend the lead. So I know it might not look like Dryden McKay was called upon a lot tonight, but he was, especially early in the timely saves that he made, gave us an opportunity to get a lead and then extend it. And so very fortunate and happy to be able to move on to next Saturday and look forward to a good week.
Thanks for that. Questions for either Mike or Julian? We'll start with Kevin Dudley.
Mike, just talk about the way you guys wore out the other third of the net shooting the puck there. I just thought that your shooters were on, and that was some of the top line guys down here.
Well, we've tried to utilize our depth, and you and I have talked about that over the second half of the year. And for a second consecutive weekend, Pavel, Hillman, and Grega got us off to a good start. Greg's comes in and pulls it off the wall, wins a stick battle, takes two steps, and we've got good net front presence, and it gives us a 1-0 lead. And those guys didn't go away. Hillman ends up scoring his first. Pavel's kind of the straw that stirs that drink on that line, and they've been very impactful for us, and we can draw a lot of energy from them, and we did. But it was nice to see us share the scoring responsibility as well as the defensive responsibility.
To Rapley, do you have a question?
Yeah, Coach, how much is last year's semifinal motivator? Did you use that at all during the week, or was that just last year?
Well, I can probably let Julian talk a little bit more about that with maybe what was said in the locker room without the coaches there. But we want to always try and learn from experiences, and last year's experience wasn't a very pleasant one for us. Northern came in and they beat us up pretty good. They were good from start to finish. They scored early, and we ended up getting a token goal towards the end of that game. And it wasn't a great experience. I do think it served us well going into the national tournament. It gave us an opportunity to reset. But this group, I think it was in the back of their mind, but they've done such a good job. Julian, our leadership group, and really our entire team had just kind of turning the page once a game or a weekend gets done and focus on the next, and they did a real good job of that going into this week.
Julian, did you hear that question?
Yeah.
You want to respond to it?
Yeah, I mean, like you asked if it's a motivator, and I would say definitely yes. Losing like that in the semifinals last year, it's definitely didn't feel great. I think we just took it from that, learned from it, and got it right up their team, up their game, and losing 7-1 is never a great feeling. 7-2 like last year, and just taking it from that, like the boys were fired up, big motivator.
Thanks for that. That's a good answer. How about Cole Bulow? Do you have a question?
Yeah, Coach, thanks for that game for 8 goals. What do you think the team is doing best right now that has given them that success they've had heading into the final games of the season?
Well, I think last Saturday and then inclusive of this Saturday, we've been able to utilize our depth. And what I mean by that is it really hasn't mattered whether it's Smith's line, Furry's line, Cillier's group, or Pavel's group. They're being rewarded for playing the game the right way. I think they're playing with confidence because they're playing selfless. They're sharing the puck. They're sharing the responsibilities when they don't have the puck. And I think they're really enjoying playing as units of three. And when that happens, there's a lot of energy and it stays positive. So hopefully we can continue that, have a reset here when we get to work on Monday. But I really believe that the responsibility is being shared by many. And so I think that helps an entire group go through a process that's benefiting all.
Anthony Trevelgia, do you have a question?
Julian, I know Coach kind of just touched on it a few minutes ago, but when it comes to your team's offense, we know where it comes from. The bulk of it comes from it's you, it's Ryan, it's Nathan. But to see that kind of kick off the scoring for you guys there in the first period, how nice is it to see that secondary scoring, coming through and maybe taking a little bit of pressure off you guys?
Yeah, I mean it's great to see that everybody is contributing. I mean, Coach said it earlier. I think 15 skaters today had a point. And I think this just shows on how much depth we have and that everybody can have a big impact on a game.
Kev, do you have another question?
Yeah. So you're coming up and they get the goal, make it 3-1, and then the immediate response was 3 goals in less than 4 minutes. Talk about that and that kind of game right when it seemed like they maybe had some life, you guys.
Well, first of all, momentum's a crazy thing in the game, and you were thinking the same thing I was thinking. Here we go. It's 3-1. Momentum's on their side, and then we went back to work. And Ryan Sandlin scored a lot of big goals for us this year, and it's because he puts the work in and day out. And that group went back out and got us a 3-goal cushion. And from that point on, I thought there was a lot of energy in the building. It was pretty amazing that we're on break here, and we had 4,400 or almost 4,500 people in the building. I just thought there was a lot of energy, and we drew off that.
Cole Bulow?
Coach, big career milestone first meet tonight, getting 100 points. Not only did he do it his junior year, but we're nearly half that total this season. Maybe talk about the season he's having and how that's translated to his success.
Well, he's all the credit to him from one standpoint. If you want to upset Nathan Smith, lock the weight room. He does a lot of his own building on what he does physically, and I think that allows him to draw from that and have a lot of confidence in his game. And had an opportunity to sit down with Julian and Cade Borchardt and Nathan this week and spend some time. I think Nathan's matured on the ice, off the ice, and I think that he's a very hungry player right now. He goes through the Olympics, and obviously that didn't end exactly the way that he or others wanted it to. And coming back here and going through what we went through a year ago in this game, Nathan's really developed his game in a lot of different areas, and I think one of them is being selfless, and he's a driver for us right now. And hopefully he can continue that. But I'm happy for him because he's done an awful lot of the heavy lifting.
Tim, the last question is yours.
Yeah, I know it's a little early to talk about Bemidji, but could you comment for me as a neighbor and maybe about the Sillinger brothers?
Yeah, you know what? Congratulations to Tom Serratori and his staff and that hockey team to go up and do what they did in a very difficult place up in Houghton and win an elimination game just says a lot about their team, and they want to keep playing. And now they're in a spot, if they win one more game, they're going to be in the NCAA tournament again, which they were in last year and were an unbelievable representative of not only themselves, but our league. And so when you turn the page and you talk about the Sillinger brothers and Irulo, I think they're one of the best lines in our league. And there's somebody that can cause you a lot of headaches, as you saw in tonight's game up at Tech. Bemidji State's always very well coached. They're disciplined. They're very good in the special teams. And they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. So, I told the guys we're going to take tonight and tomorrow. Monday we'll start talking about Bemidji, but just because we've been in the league together for so long, or whatever league that we're talking about now, the CCHA, we know it's going to be an absolute battle because it always is.
Great. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Julian. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.